Welcome to Mack Training Academy. I'm Professor Joey Mack, and today we're going to go through a mount when I turn an angle towards their hips. Before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me grow my YouTube channel. Like, ask questions. Feel free to share with whoever you'd like. Let's get into it. I'll show the technique, and then we'll break it down. So I'm here, change my angle, I get high, foot comes in, and I go to the mount. Let's break this down. So one of the big things I'm doing here is getting underneath this elbow. And I'm getting to over-exaggerate, and maybe not quite too much of an exaggeration, is I'll circle across, whether I'm attacking an arm. Sometimes I'll go from side control, what I call number 4, or number 2, where my hand's on the opposite side. But what I'm doing is I'm getting my hip on top of his elbow and making space. And a lot of people stop almost directly across their shoulder girdle. For guys who are strong or can move really well, that can be dangerous. So what I want to do is I want to get that space to where their elbow is almost all the way above their head. Can you go ahead and move your arm, Jason? It's really tough. Whereas if I'm about where his shoulder girdle is, yeah, he can squeeze it down, or if he uses his feet, it's really difficult. Okay, so I want to isolate that arm. From there, my knees take to their body. I'll get another angle for that. And then I might take my leg. You can go up and over, but now you risk some of guys with flexibility, and where he can close this space off where I try to go. It's absolutely possible, but I prefer to take my hand and grab my foot, feed it across his hip, and then as the foot goes to the floor, I turn back to square. So let's look at this from a different angle. Let me turn this face start. So when I'm here, we'll kind of skip the first part where I get high. I'm high, okay? I got his elbow way above his head. I'm controlling. The big thing is make sure I'm not turning. If I turn too far from here, go ahead and drive me a little bit, Jason, to the bridge. This way. Yeah, that happens, okay? But now if I turn and square my hips on it, but I'm square towards him, go ahead and drive on me. It's hard. And then I can also use some of my pressure from my feet. From here, I'm gonna stay tight, knee to his body, and I like to take this foot. Now there's guys who will try to bring their legs up to close off the space. When I grab my foot, I use my elbow and forearm as a frame. Go ahead, try to reach. There's nothing there. I feed this to right where his hip is. As soon as that connects to his hip, I'm circling it up high and making sure he doesn't catch this arm, because now he can take me over. So as I circle, I'm out, low and around. Let's look at it from one more angle. So I'm here. I turned across, I got high, I grabbed my foot. I'm gonna go into this slot with my foot here, okay? From there, I'm tight with my leg. This comes close, and then my knees come in, and I'm high and low to the ground. I've heard some people call this the ninja mount, some various other mounts, side switch mount. I guess I'm just from side control. It's another option to get to the mount. But make sure to hit the subscribe button, ask any questions that you have, and I appreciate your support.